Okay, so we are here, and the one thing I'm definitely going to have to figure out with this helmet is when I have this on, it's the actual, you guys can see it, the actual like camera mount. I may have to try to find something, either get the straps out further, which I can probably do, because right now the straps are right there and they're right up against my chin, which not a fault necessarily of the helmet. It is a fault of just this mount and how it's mounted on there. But it is what it is, right? It's that's it. Now the other thing that is cool, and I hope this is working, is the hope is that I'm just going for a quick drive into Windsor, and the hope is that you guys are hearing me talk, because I was going to try to set this up. Now, I'm trying to get my setup perfect for, well, perfect for riding. And right now I got the X3 there, and I got my Ace Pro on my face. And I was hoping that the Sena would connect to the Insta360 X3, but it doesn't. Not that I can get it to. Connected to the Ace Pro just fine, which is good. But the X4 supposedly can connect. And because it can connect, the hope, of course, is that what I can do is I'll replace the X3 with the X4, get that connect to this mic, then I can actually record the audio to here. Because one of the things that I have to do when I'm recording audio to the camera from the helmet audio is that I have to go into the settings whenever I start this and tell it to use that, because it by default wants to use its own internal. And that is something that I would like to see Sena put as an option that says, you know what, if you want, every time you turn this camera on, automatically look for Bluetooth microphones. That to me would be a fantastic option, and something that I would be totally down for. Just something that you and I could turn on and off if we needed to. If I wasn't going to be connecting this to a microphone like this, or to earbuds or whatever, I could say, don't do it unless I go in and manually hit the button. But being able to have that option to switch it back and forth, I think would be really, really great. So that's something that the X4, just so you guys know, the X4 is supposed to possibly arrive maybe today. FedEx says today, but I don't see an out for delivery at all. So that puts a little bit of a concern whether it will actually be today. And I am driving all the way to go to the bank, and I do not have my wallet with me. Anyways, maybe what I'll do is I won't go to the bank right now. I always have tomorrow. I can always go to the bank tomorrow. But anyways, what I was saying was that yeah, the X4 is supposed to arrive hopefully today, maybe tomorrow, and that one does have the ability to have the actual comm set up with like Sena and stuff like that. So that's supposed to be good. I tried it with the X3, like I said, and the X3 just couldn't do it. It just kept searching, whereas the Ace Pro found it like right away. The other thing that I'm kind of just testing here, because again, I'm trying to get my ultimate setup for our travel, so that I can. The big thing for me is verification, right? I want to be able to verify when a camera is in front of me, which the X4 will be here, and the X4 will be connected to the internal audio, which means that as long as I see that nice little red recording light, right, and the ability for me to turn it on and off visually is important, that I have no concerns with. The concern is, and always has been, the camera that's on my face, right? So this one here, doesn't matter what it is, because it's hard to tell sometimes if it's recording, or it's hard to tell if it's whatever. Stop recording, you try to hit buttons and you're like, I wonder what's happening. But now I have this on here, and as you can see, this is showing me that it's recording, which is awesome. right? So I can actually see it. I have my recording button up at the top. What more do you want? Now, I will be playing with that further as we get into like a review of this. Once I get the actual cameras that I'm going to be using all kind of set up, right? So right now, for whatever reason, it says it's recording, but there's definitely no like live footage, and I don't know if once it records it does stream live footage. That it may only stream live footage to it once it's once you start hitting the record button, and once you actually hit the record button it stops, which would make sense just for the fact that that's a lot of probably battery power that it needs to use to be able to do that. So that's my thought, is that, you know what, if I were to hit stop right now, that it would actually, you'd get that kind of live preview come back, which is something that we will check maybe when I get to my stop. Anyways, I think when I get the X4 and I get this working the way I want, that'll be these two cameras. I almost feel like it would be cool to have another one of these, one for, you know, this camera, one for that camera, in a way. But I think with that, plus this new Sena helmet, and remember, you guys may have seen the video, I was playing with this helmet, and a few things just to kind of talk about this helmet now that it's on my face, is that it does have an internal sunshade. You guys, I'll come around these corners here. So it is, you guys may be able to see it right there, right? And it's as far as the sunshade goes, it's good. It's nice and clear. There's no distortion on it. The other thing that I really like is it doesn't come down so far that it gets anywhere like near your nose, so you don't get the glass on your nose. You don't feel like anything's kind of touching you where you shouldn't be touched, you know what I mean? And because it's just right there, and it goes up and down really nice and easy, which is also really good. I like that this is on the side, so I can bring this all the way down. Now, the only thing I don't want to say I don't like it, but it is something just to be aware of. Oh, rain. Is that if you are a person that likes to wear their visor in the middle, there's no lock, like notch points right in here. There's a lock right there, yes, and there's one just before it closes, which is nice because that's a spot that if you're riding and, you know, it's humid or whatever and you just want to get a little bit of air, then you can, because you got a little bit of a crease. And then of course when it just completely closes. But yeah, no lock point anywhere in the middle, so it doesn't have little lock here, lock here, lock here, lock here, if that makes any sense. When I first put it on, I was like, yeah, it's a little snug. But even just wearing it just a little bit around the house yesterday and wearing it today, it's already, it feels like the way it should, so no issues. And of course it's going to compress a little bit more over time, so I'm very, very pleased with it. The only thing that I'm going to have to do, and again, it's not a big deal, just a stop man up here, what I'm going to have to do is just readjust where this mic is going, because not the mic, the front camera, because the front camera, right, it just, the mount on it here is it's just, I'm gonna have to just figure out how to separate it behind the actual face chin guard, so that I can what you call it, I can not have the straps up against my chin all the time. Like right now, it's not a big deal, short ride. But you know, if I'm on a road for 8 hours, I'd probably be less happy with how this is interacting with my face, you know, with my face. Anyways, this is just kind of an update video. You will start to see, of course, some more videos. This is going to be my new go-to helmet. This is it. This is the helmet that I'm wearing. I am heading to my buddy's house later on. Actually, later on this weekend. Well, it's not the weekend yet. It's Thursday, but in the weekend. And him and another one of my friends, I think, both have their Senas. If they do, then we may just see how they work with the comms, because that's kind of the purpose for this, right? Is having that. Alright guys, I am going to do some more riding. I'm also going to try the speakers on this helmet. And I have to say, you know what? I don't know if it's just whatever material they use inside the helmet. It's quiet. At least I find it quiet. Again, don't you know, if you've got some crazy expensive helmet that's like ridiculously quiet, maybe you don't think that. But for me, yeah, it's quiet. I like it. All right, guys, that is it. We will see you guys in the next video, and hopefully I'll have my X4. I'll have the Sena all up and doing what it's supposed to be doing, and the little Insta360 remote doing what it's supposed to be doing, and life will be grand. Alright guys, that's it for today. I'm out. It's starting to rain, and I'm going to head back home. Alright, later.